You're listening to Tuned In with Raph and Nick Webb.
Yeah, it kind of, I feel like in terms of like developing production skills of like, it's kind of like a big, what do you call that, a cubic curve sort of thing.
100%.
You're like, you know nothing for so long and like you're just chipping away trying to figure out like the most basic stuff. And then you kind of get the hang of like, you know, how everything's laid out in Ableton and what you're doing. But then you've got to figure out, you know, what do all these effects do?
Yep.
Like how do I get the desired result?
Yes.
And then that is like,
It's cooked.
you learn so much so quick and it overwhelms you. You can't really make anything good because you're like too busy trying to like learn all the stuff.
Yeah.
And then you get to the point where you know where like most of that stuff is, and then it's like that tiny little bit before you like get to a comfortable stage where you like are learning, I don't know, what a compressor, like what the difference is between compressor plugins and.
Did you feel like that when you came out of live school? Did you feel really competent?
100%. Like I released my first fully produced track.
I might just run to the bathroom.
Of course. Like while I was still at live school.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, I can't believe I just did that.
Yeah.
Like, and it was like a track that I was like really happy with as well. And I was like,
Which one was it?
Greener.
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh,
Like I released that in Feb of last year. And like without live school, I don't think I would have ever been able to do that.
Yeah.
Like, because just teaching yourself it's just, there's too much.
Yeah.
Too much to learn.
Yeah. It's so overwhelming. I can't use Ableton. I don't know how to. So I've been really considering going to live school.
If you want to learn production, like seriously, like I know it's a few $1,000s.
Yeah. But I think it'd be so
It
worth
was like, I'm not kidding when I say like it was one of the best decisions I've ever made in my entire life. Because I went to uni, because my parents were like, hey, make sure you go get your degree and all that. Thinking, okay, I'll make them happy and I'll like teach myself music and like continue to work at it in the meantime. I fucking tried for 3 years and got nowhere. Like while I was doing my degree, like I just...
Where's the time
fucking
to
fell
sit
flat.
and learn
Seriously,
that?
like you're studying and it's like half the YouTube videos, like no matter what you look up in music, when you go to YouTube, half of them are of decent quality and half of them are feeding you bullshit and selling you snake oil.
Yeah.
It's like, what the... It's like half of the things, like I'm sure Nick knows, because like Nick's really good at teaching himself things through YouTube, like because he mix and masters a lot of his stuff. Ridiculous. And we've spoken about like, he'll go like, okay, like I watched this video and like they said this.
Yeah.
But then like 2 weeks later, you'll read something else from another professional and you're like, what the fuck? Like you don't know what to believe.
Totally.
Like to have someone there that's actually kind of like filtered through it a little bit and tell you and like kind of guide you on the journey and tell you like, hey, be prepared for like 6 months of like, you're going to have a tough time.
Yeah.
Like you might have a good day, but then just be prepared for like another month or so of like nothing.
Yeah.
Like they really like teach you like to get into the right artist mindset, especially for the learning part. Like one of the most valuable things I ever did with my life. Like
How long
Rosh,
was the
seriously,
course?
it's like less than a year and you only go once a week.
Yeah.
Like Rosh, it's like the best thing you can do.
Yeah.
Like they still invite me to events. Like I still know everyone there.
Yeah.
Like Moss, the Australian artist, like he's a teacher there.
So much community there.
And like I'll reach out to him sometimes and just like message him or like I'll see him at the events and like I feel like I've known him for like 10 years now.
Yeah.
Like this is a big Australian artist. Like I feel blessed to know him. Like it's so awesome.
Yeah.
And everyone there's, they're just the best people. And like you'll get along with everyone as well because like you're all on the same path.
Yeah.
Everyone there just wants to do music and wants to learn.
Yeah.
And it's helpful that they all want to learn the same program too. Like you end up having like really nerdy discussions with them. You just like start talking about like, why do you use this plugin or like, oh, like I tried doing this, but like I feel like I couldn't do it. And they're like, oh, let me show you. Like,
Sam would love it if he could share the production with me because there are times where I'm like, I have thoughts and I'm trying to explain it to him, but if I could just do it, it would, it'd be so helpful. Or even if it's just like stuff preparing for our live sets, where I'm like, he's doing these late nights trying to get it done, and I can't take any of the load because I don't know how to do it.
I get you.
Yeah.
Look, I would say it's 100% worth it.
Yeah.
Even if it's not, to help them out. Even if it's just like you have an idea, the power in being able to just like open up Ableton and just like put something down.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure Sam will be able to tell you all about it. Like far out.
Yeah.
It's such a game changer. Especially it's like,
Just like knowing how to
Yeah.
do things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like seriously, like, because for a long time, myself and Nick were like, okay, like I feel like writing this kind of a song. And then it's like you go on YouTube, but it's like it might not be what you want. And don't get me wrong, like even when you feel like, oh, I want to make this kind of a track, and you open up Ableton, like it's not like, okay, I'm going to be able to make exactly the track that I want. I'm sure, Sam, like
Yeah.
you feel like this as well. It's like I've got all these ideas. I really want to make something like this, and then it's like sometimes you get halfway there, sometimes you get the whole way there. Sometimes you end up making something completely different, or sometimes you walk out going like, how the fuck did I just waste 3 hours?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like it's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's sorry we're not recording, but that's definitely something that we've learnt over years of making songs together. Is like you go in with an idea that you want to try and like put down and like really execute, but then I guess like being an artist and a musician is more just like accepting an idea for what it is rather than trying to like make something into something.
Yeah.
So you probably heard on our like first EP, there's like a bunch of songs there that are kind of probably didn't have to be dance music. Like Lose Your Head is one of them, but we kind of went into it being like, we want this as a dance song. So if I could go back and make another version of that, I probably would have kept it a little bit more like low key, because it's a little bit more vulnerable sort of subject matter in the lyrics particularly. And with this next body of work that we're working on, we're really just disregard what we like, what the sort of music is that we think we should make, and just kind of going with, this is what the idea demands. This is what it should be.
Yeah.
Just
Doing what's best for the song.
exactly.
This is the natural form that this song has taken.
Yeah, like
and,
you can
and letting
definitely
it sit in that.
you can definitely like go into a session or like sit down at your computer and go, okay, I'm gonna make one of these songs, and that is like an excellent way to come up with the genesis of an idea. But then once the idea starts to take shape, then you just have to listen to that and kind of roll with it. Yeah, so just it's good to be able to produce, to do that sort of stuff, because there are a lot of artists out there who are just boxed in by what they can do, which is play instruments and sing or whatever. But it is also a problem, because you then decide, if you're like too active with what your decision making is in making a song, you can kind of get in the way of what the soul of it is.
For sure. And like, don't get me wrong, there is one warning I will give you, which is like, when I started production, before, like, I was just focusing on like my lyrical content, my vocals, songwriting, all of that. Production ends up taking up like so much of your life, because there's such a steep curve to it that you have to spend so much time on it.
Yeah.
I found that my songwriting as a whole, even though my production got really good, my songwriting started to like kind of taper off a little bit.
Yeah.
And it then requires you to be very conscious of like, I need to always be practicing songwriting.
Yeah.
Then you practice songwriting, then your production starts to like trickle off a little bit. You're like, I'm a bit out of it, like I need to get back into it. And it's like, there are only so many hours in a day.
Yeah.
It's like, you really can't do everything. Like, I think, especially me, and I know Nick does this as well, like, because he mixes and masters his own stuff, but it's like, you can only do so much. It's like, you can either be a jack of all trades, like just get the job done, it's like, it's all right, or like you really hone in like what you love doing. Like, if you just love songwriting and singing, then like, obviously if you put in 24 hours to that rather than splitting 12 and 12 between production, you're going to end up a better songwriter.
Yeah.
That way.
I think that that's a positive of being in a band, is that you can kind of juggle the two spread the load out a little bit more.
Definitely, yeah.
But I really want to learn Ableton and be able to do more production.
I still strongly recommend it, even if it's something that you like. I've lost my shit at the microphone. Sorry, mate. Didn't mean to yell at you. Even if it's not something that like you take up full time, like you still let Sam take over. Yeah,
it will just help so much more in conversation, especially when we're collaborating, to be able to have these like conversations and be able to vocalize what it is that I'm trying to say.
Even if it's just like, you know, the plugin that you kind of want or the effect that you kind of want. It's like, I guess like from mixing and mastering, like we know a lot of it. So it's like, it's a bit easier.
Yeah.
But like a certain type of reverb.
Yeah.
Or a certain type of echo.
Yeah.
You know, instead of going like, oh, I want it to sound like.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, can we chuck a convolution reverb on there and like, you know, mimic, like, I don't know.
You'll just be talking the same language.
It's like, so it's like, oh, okay, great. Like I know exactly what you want. Like, sweet, I've got a plugin like that right.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
It is a game changer.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
I can't even remember what the question was before we went.
You were talking about lights and Meraki.
Saw us at Meraki? Or you saw a video at Meraki?
No, I was there at Meraki.
Oh, yeah.
But I can't remember what my question was.
When is the next Club Miramar event?
Yeah,
I'm so sorry. I wanted to ask that because I remember Raph said to me last time, can you come? And I had something on. I couldn't come. I think it was a Saturday.
It would have been a Saturday.
Remember. Yeah, Raph was like, come, I'll get a ticket. And I couldn't make it. But then that's what obviously inspired me to listen to the music. And then I was even more upset I actually couldn't make it. But when is the next event?
We'll be doing a lot of shows next year. This year was definitely a little bit more chill on the gig side, more writing and releasing. Next year we'll be ramping up, doing lots of shows again. Do we have a Club Miramar set in stone?
No. So the last one we did was, April this year, maybe?
Yeah.
Something like that. And it was really fun, but we didn't sell that many tickets, which I think was the main factor why we haven't really, ramped it up again this year. It was like, because we hold them to kind of, build a community and like introduce a lot of our friends and fans or whatever to other really cool electronic artists from around here and the coast. And if we're not bringing that community to bear, it kind of, isn't really achieving its purpose. And it was just like part of a wider industry sort of slowdown in ticket sales and things like that, which contributed. There's just cost of living crisis. People just weren't buying tickets to stuff. And so I think, when we get better at sort of growing our audience and building a bit more of a platform, then we'll start running them again, just to, build the community and show some more of our friends and fans, like other cool artists doing cool stuff.
Oh, yeah.
There'll definitely be one in 2025.
Yeah,
sure.
fantastic. Yeah,
that's the
very
goal,
keen for it as well.
Yeah, I think we're excited to another one. It's been a minute. We've made lots of friends this year in music, and we're growing the community. So
yeah, and we just need to crack TikTok as well, figure out what we're doing.
Fucking rough.
How's the social media looking? I know it's such a big thing these days.
Yeah.
Look, we've only really been active on TikTok for maybe 3-4 months. I think we got like 150 followers.
That's pretty good.
That's fucking good for 3-4 months. Sorry,
so
like 3-4
we
months.
We only had like 70, and then we posted some video like a couple of weeks ago that got like 60,000 views, and that doubled our audience.
It was a fluke
in a week.
Yeah.
It was like that's literally
what was the video?
That's what I figured out. Like
it was.
It was
me talking to Triple J.
Yeah. So
it was this huge exciting moment for us, and we didn't think it would be exciting for anyone else. So we posted it because it was content, but you just never know. Like, we can put so much work into a TikTok thinking that that's what's going to feed the algorithm.
Yeah.
And then you can post something that, you know, we thought was maybe just an exciting achievement for us. And it really resonated. And you just never know, which makes it hard because you're putting things out there and you're like, I don't know if this is going to land anywhere, but you just have to keep doing it.
Yeah, it's hard. We've tried to do like a few like trend TikToks, and Rosh's got a personal. I don't actually have a personal TikTok, so I'm not like up with all the, you know, whatever trend's happening at the moment.
Yeah, I'm quite chronically online anyway.
So she'll bring us a TikTok idea that we have to do that's like, you know, the new trend, and often
quick before it's too late.
literally like,
I found one.
Dance monkey.
I don't know if we're too slow to them or what, but like anytime we do it, it just does nothing. It gets like 200 views or whatever. So I think it's like also figuring out what value you provide is what I'm slowly learning. So if you don't have some kind of, you know, I guess like goal that you're trying to achieve for the audience, then probably not that many people are going to interact with it, which is it's hard because how do you come up with like stuff that is of value to them, to people you don't even know?
But we've definitely gotten better at our socials. It's a necessary evil. I wouldn't say like we are anti social media. We're just not very good at it, and so it is hard, but it's so necessary, and it's free. It's free marketing. You just gotta lean into it, and
You just have to dedicate your entire life to it.
absolutely.
That's free.
Because when we were starting, like my biggest influences were probably people like Justice and Daft Punk, who obviously their whole brand is like Enigma. Like you have no idea what they're doing, who they are, and the world of TikTok is the opposite of that. And so it's really taken me years to kind of break that thinking. And yeah, I think Russia's maybe it came a little bit easier, but now we're kind of sharing the responsibilities a bit more, and it's a little less anxiety inducing.
I mean, we've only been doing our actually been more. It's been like 2 months. I think we're only like sitting on TikTok like fucking 35 followers or something.
It's
That's
so
what
hard
it
to
is,
grow.
though.
Like it's
It's
rough.
so hard
Like
to
we've
grow.
had a video or two that like
Popped off.
like also got like 30, 40, I don't know what it's at now, 1,000 views, and something like, hey, sweet, like we're getting somewhere. And then it's like the next 2 weeks are just like 300.
Yeah.
That's what
The
it is.
fuck?
They
What's
they
going
like to
on
play with
here?
your emotions. You're like,
It's like the pokies.
yeah.
They fucking
yeah.
know how to keep you intrigued. They're just
Yes.
like, okay, we'll just give them one
Yeah.
so that they think they're winning,
Yeah.
and then that'll keep them playing.
Like chase the feature.
for like 3.
Totally.
Yeah, seriously, they'll keep them playing for 3 months, and then like when they start dropping off and they become less consistent,
We'll give them.
we'll just give them like a 100,000, and it's
Yeah.
like, okay, sweet, like we're back, we're good.
Yeah.
The same thing over and over and over again.
Yeah.
So I know what you mean. It's rough. I think all artists have trouble with it because it's like I'm trying to focus on the music. Okay, sweet. That takes up 110% of my time. And then it's like, okay, release a song. Like the hard part's done. No,
The hard
that
work
actually
is
wasn't
just
the hard part. That was the fun part.
Yeah.
was
And you
the
probably
easy-
stressed so much about it, you forgot it was supposed to be the fun part.
Yeah.
And now you're fucked because you have to go, okay, I'm releasing a song in 2 weeks. More, right? Because you want to put it through a playlist.
Yeah.
Okay, I have to release a song 4 weeks in advance, and now I have to do 4 weeks of just like focus
Promoing.
on marketing,
Yeah.
and then you can't focus on the next song.
Yeah.
It's like if you're focusing, if you're doing everything yourself, it's like where the fuck is the time?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Deadlines are always getting pushed. We really try stick to them, but time just gets away, and especially with the 4 weeks, 6 weeks for playlisting and uploading, you're like, oh, so the next song we were supposed to release yesterday. It just creeps up on you like that. And so, yeah, promoting it and marketing it is just so important, and it always gets pushed to the side. I think we're doing better and better each release. We're getting more organized. But yeah, the hardest part is coming up with the content. Yeah. Once you've got the content, you know, you can create your release schedule and do it, but it's coming up with content that aligns with the music, aligns with you as a band and a brand, and is still fun.
Yeah.
I think your guys' Instagram is cracked. Like, I think it's really, really good.
Thank you.
I enjoy it. Like, even like just like if they're like photos of your trip,
Yeah.
or like you guys at festivals.
Yeah. We like
It's
to keep it a mix of personal and professional, and yeah.
Because there needs to be, like you said, like it's not the Daft Punk thing.
Yeah.
It's like there needs to be a personality
Totally.
behind it. I think Nick's doing a good job at it. Good on you.
I'm trying.
Nick's like started
I'm
doing like
trying so-
vlogs and stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
It does take up time.
Yeah.
But in saying that, the more I did it, the more I began realizing the specific videos I love.
Yeah.
And then the more I began realizing the specific videos that I loved creating, I became detached to the actual result. And then the moment I became detached to the result, I started somewhat enjoying social media. It wasn't until I stopped caring. Like, I'm at this weird point where like I've just stopped caring. Because like I released my first song 8 years ago and like released 50 since then and deleted 20 since then and released hundreds, close to thousands pieces of content on social media and deleted hundreds and close to thousands.
You got to detach.
And it got
from
to
it.
a point where it's like, I'm just going to do what I love doing because I need to remember why I started. And because I now remember why I started, I'm back loving what I'm doing, and it makes it so easy.
Yeah.
And also, I'm losing, like, the deadline thing is important, but it is not taking over my life, like paralyzing what I'm doing. And then for some reason, it makes you reach the deadlines.
Yes.
Because you're no longer stressing about the deadline. And when you stress about the deadline, then the perfectionism kicks in.
Yes.
And then when the perfectionism kicks in, the analysis and paralysis, and then you're like stuck there. It's like everything just flows out. And then I'm like, wow, this is actually enjoyable. I remember why I started this. I remember I wanted to make people laugh. I wanted to make music. I wanted to, do vlogs. And like it takes you back to almost when I was like 15 and I was watching Casey Neistat and I was listening to like an abundance of music because I just had different friend groups from different places who enjoyed listening to different stuff. And then it's like, this is just enjoyable now and I'm not so worried and I can just really take in life and also document life. And it's actually been heaps fun. And then this podcast as well and meeting new people. It's like, I think the moment I let go, it became enjoyable
you definitely
again.
become your own biggest roadblock with releasing content and the perfectionism, and just put the post out there.
Yeah, I can definitely see like what you mean though. That's good advice for sure. But it also sounds like you really know like who you are on the platforms and things like that, which I think we're kind of still trying
navigating.
to figure out.
Yep.
Particularly because there's like three of us. We're just like, how do you combine that into a single entity that's still relatable?
Yeah.
And a lot of it is just Rosh. But
Well, Nick gave me some really fucking good advice the other day.
Thank you.
God bless you, mate.
So I just noticed my flash is still on because I was checking for the drip in case there was anything happen with the water.
And it was like, he said, like, I came to the realization that I have to stop making my life about the content and start making my content about my life.
That is
Which
really
is like-
good advice.
And like he was saying, like, you just go back to, okay, what do I love doing? And then
Yes.
you just make sure that the content that you're doing is about the stuff within your life already,
Yeah.
so that you don't go out of your day. So you shouldn't really need to schedule time out of your day
To make content.
to make content. Like, okay, you can do a little bit of scripting here and there, right? Like,
Yeah.
that's necessary. Like, if you want to put effort into the content, that's fine. You might love doing that. But for Nick, it was like, and to be honest, I hope it's like this for me as well. Okay, I'm just going to go about my day, and like the things that I'm really enjoying doing, I'm just going to hit record
Capture
on
it.
them.
Yeah.
So like Nick started doing daily vlogs. And it's like, you watch some of these vlogs and it's like having a shower, got to do this, his brother's dancing. And it's like, I found myself so intrigued because it was like, oh, this is Gun. This is like me hanging out with Nick.
Yeah.
I was like, this is the time that I'm like away from him and it's like he's having fun with all, like his family and stuff. And it's like getting this extra insight into his life that like you don't see because it's behind closed doors. So it's like a BTS of your own show.
Yes.
Almost. So like for you guys, and I don't know if this is helpful at all, but like just the things that you do together,
Absolutely.
like just turn them into content. Like as best you can, don't force it.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's really good advice because I think content is the big scary C word and we just need to...
No, that's
And yeah, we just need to capture more of just our everyday life. I think daily vlogging is such a good habit to build because then you can just strip away what you don't want from it.
Yeah.
And sorry, can I make an announcement? The vlogs will come back. I need to get a better phone. My phone camera is now unfortunately unusable. So I will be back. I wanted to make that announcement. They did stop, but my phone camera it jitters. I no longer have a usable phone camera. So they will be back. I wanted to announce that because a few people have actually mentioned they're gone. I know my phone camera doesn't work. So when I will bring it back, whether I use another camera or I get a new phone, they will be back. But yeah.
Now you're accountable.
Now we can post that. I've been meaning to post that, and now I have a clip to post.
Yeah.
Yes.
See how easy that was?
Yeah. Everything's content. Yeah.
But yeah, and also the vlogs hold you accountable.
Yeah, that's
one thing I realized. I was like, I vlogged for a week, and then I was like, I didn't fucking do as much music as I wanted to. And then I was like, okay, I'll just change that next week. And then I found I was getting so much more done of the things I wanted to, because sometimes it's hard to like grab journaling, I'm sure is such a powerful thing, but sometimes it's just to bring yourself to just pull out the pen and paper and like sit there and like, we do enough of that with writing and that sort of thing. Just having a quick video log of your actual life was so interesting because I was like, wasn't enough done there. I could, like that day I could have done this, I could have done this. And then you start structuring your life around things you genuinely love. Yeah. And I found by like the third week, because I did it for, I think it was like roughly 2 weeks before my phone gave up. But on the third week, even though I wasn't vlogging it, I was doing so much more music and just so much more happy with the things I was doing. So it helped life as well.
Yeah.
So it was interesting.
And it like teaches you to appreciate things, not teaches you, but like when you record it, it's like you actively become conscious of like, oh, these are things that are like actually really beautiful that are happening in my life.
Absolutely.
That I've just like been ignoring because I haven't had to think twice about it. But when you have to think twice, like, oh, this is actually a good moment, like I'm going to record it, and then you get to watch it back. It's like, fuck. Like there's actually so much inspiration in there as well that you can like just start taking and pulling from for your music and for your artistic self. Like it's pretty awesome.
Totally.
I definitely will consider doing the vlogging and stuff as well. But I want to see you guys winning on Instagram because your music is like fucking up here, and your social presence deserves to be up there as well, so that people can start learning about you and listening to you. Yeah,
we would we're so proud of our music and our live show, and we would really like our socials to reflect that. So that's been a big goal of ours, to get our socials up and running properly.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Any other questions, Nick? Any other topics?
No, pretty.
Is there anything that you guys think that like other artists would like find really valuable from you that you like want to share with them? Because like we've spoken a lot, like there's so much value already. But like anything that we haven't thought of, like we've spoken about production, bit of socials, live shows, which like I feel like are your strengths already. But like, is there anything that like we've been ignorant of that we haven't really spoken about?
Even life.
Yeah, like even just like your creative persona outside of doing music, just like your day-to-day things, like I love doing this and like this has really helped me. Like for example, like Nick said, like the journaling.
Yeah.
Is there anything like you do outside of that? Like,
I don't think so. I think you guys have covered it all really well. Yeah.
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 It's been really nice to reflect on our process and what we're doing, because it is stuff that you kind of take for granted, that, you know, our process that we've learned. And we met a band the other day that was only gigging for about 8 months, and it was one of their first shows, and I could see so much of ourselves in them. And it made me realize how far we've come.
That's so awesome.
And I was like, I still feel like, oh, we're the fresh green ones on the scene. And then meeting someone so green, it was like, wow, we've learned so much. And I don't think there's like one big piece of advice any band can give you. It's just building community, meeting other people, interacting with other people, having conversations is all tiny little drops of value that just create you into the artists that you are and the artists that we are. And I think it's just to, keep interacting, keep building community.
Yeah, probably the only thing that left that I could say that might add value is like thinking about everything as one project, which is something, maybe it's just us, but we started out and we were like, we'll just get our music cool and, then everything will be sweet. But now we've kind of realized that it's all part of the same project. Everything needs to be, have a degree of coherence and, understanding between your socials and your sort of aesthetic and even your live shows and the bands that you like to play with and things like that. It's all part of the same thing. The more that you understand that and appreciate that, I think the more you'll understand yourself as an artist, which is something that we're really only just getting at the moment.
I think that was good.
Guys, I think it's time for us to close off the show with some rapids. Who did them last time? Do you remember?
I think we swapped because of the scissors, paper, rock, so you've got rapids. Isn't that what we...
Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. If you do the intro, I do the rapids.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
So are these some rapid fire
this shit.
questions?
Yeah.
They're very rapid.
I love it.
Very
They're
rapid.
never rapid.
But they're like
Sam
the
be
least,
rapid.
they're like the least rapid questions of all time.
I mean, actually depends. Some people have actually
To be
started...
fair, Rue killed it.
Yeah, it was like
So we
bang,
had
bang,
Rue on
bang.
from Triple J last
Yeah,
week,
hell
and
yeah.
we were telling him, like, we gave him the same disclaimer. We were like, we say rapid, but like, fucking, like, they take
If you're
forever.
used to like live time limits,
But he was like,
someone tells you rapid, you'll make it
we
rapid.
seriously like got it out in like 8 minutes. It was like the fastest we've ever
Yeah.
done it. Like, it was ridiculous. It was actually amazing. All right.
But there's actually no, like...
There is no time
Yeah,
limit.
there's no time limit. So
Okay, there's no time limit.
Yeah, just cut it together real
just-
quick.
Yeah. Like first thing that comes to your head. 60 seconds on the clock. Favorite artist. And you guys can
Oh,
answer
that
them
is
together.
such a hard one. that's honest.
This is going to be a slow
Like,
rapid.
favorite right now is of all time is Justice. But, on a day-to-day basis, it changes all the time.
Yeah, I honestly cannot answer that. I think at my core, I'm a pop girly.
Dua Lipa.
So I love Dua Lipa. Right now, obviously loving Sabrina Carpenter.
Of course.
For me, it always comes back to pop.
Actually, fuck. This is not part of the rapids, but I still want to ask it. Like, Ian Kirkpatrick or who's Sabrina's Jack Antonoff.
Yeah.
Like, are you familiar?
Yeah.
Like, love them,
Yeah.
hate them. Like, what's your opinion? Would love to work with them. Is it a dream collab?
I mean,
I think I would like to work with them in the capacity of like songwriters, because I think they're obviously like some of the best, in the world. But yeah, I wouldn't want to like put our entire project on it.
Oh yeah, no.
Actually, if I had to pick an artist like that, I would do Chemical Brothers, because what I find when I'm producing is that I think I learned this tip off the Tame Impala Leica version. When he did that, he did some song and he was like, I really wanted to cover this, but I wanted to, think about what Chemical Brothers would do to it if they were covering it. And I was like, what, that's an interesting way to look at things. And so now whenever I've like got a song in front of me, got an idea going, I'm like, what would Chemical Brothers do to this? And they'd probably do something that would fuck it up major. But it'd sound sick.
But then, yeah, at least it's unique.
Sorry?
And then it really is like a version,
yeah.
Yeah.
like a completely different take on it.
Yeah. I think they were just like the most creative. So I always just think, how could I be that creative?
Favorite club in Sydney?
Ooh, favorite club. I really like Club 77. Are we talking like night out club? Like we're going to see music.
Yeah.
Club 77 is always a good vibe. It has really solid air conditioning, which
That's a
I
good reason.
appreciate so much. In like a dirty den where it's usually sweaty, but you're cool and you're dancing and you're not breaking a sweat.
Maybe
we
should suggest this to Club Bazooka. Club 77.
Yeah, shit.
Yeah,
Yeah, we probably should.
That's
That
the one I
sounds
was
like a
saying. That
really
it's a
good-
similar.
They are exclusively DJs, though, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're DJs.
If they do
Oh, yeah,
that,
sick.
sweet.
It would-
Yeah, they
Yeah.
are. I mean, they do have like a bit of drumming and stuff
Yeah.
Yeah.
to it, but like,
I'm sure 77, like, they're a super sort of like, you know, inclusive and progressive kind of venue.
this could be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I
a
love
good
Club
shout. Thank you.
77.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Best restaurant.
Ooh, we eat out so much.
This should be easy. Then.
Oh, and we live in the inner west, Enmore Road, King Street. We're spoilt for choice.
You actually have so many.
So
fucking
many.
restaurants.
I love Emma's Snack Bar. It's Lebanese food in Enmore. It's incredible.
What's it called?
Emma's Snack Bar.
Have you heard of it?
Yeah.
Delicious. You'll have to
Yeah.
get the Brussels sprouts.
Lebanese food.
My mum makes Brussels sprouts.
Nah, I think if you want the best Lebanese food, you have to go to Al Asil.
Oh.
Al Asil.
Oh,
There's
so-
one in Alexandria, so I don't think it's that far. Yeah.
Oh, we'll
In
have to
my
try it.
opinion, that is the
We love
best
Lebanese food.
Lebanese food.
Yeah.
Okay, I toss up between Al Asil and Jbel, which there's one like down in Karila, which is ages away. But there's also one like just around the corner here.
Yeah, okay.
Like they're very similar in food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I'm pretty sure like the owners are related. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Just correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know.
Do you have a favourite restaurant, Sam? That
No.
Pastizzi? For Italian, pastizzi?
Yeah, probably. My mind's just going to Tender Express and getting a
Oh,
Peshwari naan.
so good. It's
That's
on
it.
South King Street. There's this like Bay Marie Indian place. It's run by these lovely Indian people, and it is just delicious.
Yeah.
There's nothing fancy about it.
Tandoori
Just-
Express.
Yeah, it's just
Okay, I'll
good
have to try
Indian
it.
food.
All right.
Yeah.
I don't even know if it's like, you know, top tier or anything. It's just like,
It's top tier in my heart.
yeah, it's fairly sentimental.
Yeah.
Go to Macca's order.
A McChicken, a medium McChicken meal. It used to be with an orange juice, but now they've changed it to orange drink. That's made me
We've got
very
good
upset.
news for you.
What?
I don't know. I'm sorry. I have no idea what
Change
the
back.
news is. Oh, okay.
That is such good news. That is amazing news.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I'm pretty sure Dom said this.
I don't know. I was confused. I was like, I don't know what the news is.
It's good
But
news.
that is good news because
The orange juice is back.
that is incredible
great
news. You have no idea how much that's made my day.
breakfast menu orange juice just
Yes.
looks so different.
100%.
Because if it was a hungover one, or even just like on the way home from a night out, I wanted a zesty orange juice. I don't want a syrupy orange drink.
Oh,
Yeah. That was bad.
What's your go-to, Sam? I feel like you're a quarter pounder.
Yeah, probably
Oh,
quarter
hell
pounder.
yeah. Hell yeah.
Apple pies, we love.
Yeah.
Apple
Everyone
pie on a
does.
Sunday.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I'm a little lactose intolerant, so I'm gonna pass on the Sunday, but apple pie for sure.
What's better, vinyl or streaming?
Did you say vinyl or streaming? I'm gonna say streaming.
Yeah, I like, on principle, I hate Spotify, but, you know, obviously I would much rather do that than,
Load up the vinyl.
yeah, put on a record and then, you know, oh shit, a bit of dust got on it and now it's stuck on that one's.
Yeah, we don't have the
Seconds.
patience for that.
Yeah,
Streaming.
and then having to
I want
like,
a
change it
curated
over
playlist.
every time. Like, because the only time we ever listen to vinyl is like doing housework. We're not audiophiles of any kind, so we kind of just put a record on and then won't even notice that it's got to the end of the side, haven't flipped it over, and it'll be like half an hour later, be like, why are we doing this in silence?
What's a 5-letter word that starts with M? You can both help.
I can't think of a single one. The pressure.
I forgot it.
I haven't got one. I haven't got one.
Moose.
I was going
I'll say
I was
mouse.
going to say mouse, yeah.
Moose. Yeah.
That's good. This
Did
is
you have
perfect.
anything, Sam?
No.
Best movie ever.
Ooh.
Lord of the Rings. The second one.
The second one.
Two Towers. Yeah.
Twin Towers. Sorry, I've never watched Lord of the Rings.
No, not Twin Towers. Two Towers.
Oh, Two Towers.
I
Yeah.
was like,
I feel like literally
that's good.
everyone who hasn't seen Lord of the Rings thinks that at first.
Yeah.
So good. Do you have a favourite?
I have so many favorites. I don't think I could pick one. What do you think my favorite one is?
I think the movie you've seen the most with me is probably Elf. Every Christmas, like
yeah, but
twice.
that's only because you have to because it's Christmas. I think Call Me by Your Name is probably one of my favorite movies. It's a Luca Guadagnino. Is that his name?
I don't know how to pronounce it.
It's a book, eh?
is
and then
the-
made it into a movie.
Sorry.
Yeah.
It
Yes.
was a book first.
Yeah.
I think it was one of Timmy's
Yeah.
first.
Timothy Chalamet.
Mm.
It's shot in Italy on
breakouts.
film. It's beautiful. Yeah, I love that movie.
Okay.
sorry, what was it?
Call Me by Your Name.
Call Me By
Yeah.
Your Name. Okay.
You'd love it, Nick.
What
Best
the
coun-
fuck?
Best country to visit.
Yeah.
What's the best country to visit?
Italy. Yeah.
We went to summer last year, and that was like, I reckon that was probably my favorite.
Yeah, Samoa really surprised us. The people are so lovely,
Yeah.
so beautiful. That's definitely up there for us.
Yeah.
Fuck, all right, put it on the list. Did you make your bed this morning?
You did?
I did. Yeah.
Good on you.
It was a rare occasion, but yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you did as well?
We have the same bed.
Well done. Really carrying the team here. Have you ever gone viral online?
We've had a very small virality.
I think like we've only had 2 videos like that have ever got above like 10,000 views or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
One of them was an Instagram reel that was, we used to have a pet budgie.
Yeah.
And it was just Rosh putting out her finger, and like the budgie was like standing behind the camera where I was like filming. I don't even know why I was filming. And the budgie just ran up and jumped on her finger. And then that went viral with like obviously the pet crowd. And so like when
Pet
it went
talk.
viral, yeah, pet talk, or Instagram though.
Yeah.
And so like the cute animals crowd like all saw it and followed us, and then obviously all we got like I don't
And
know
then you hit
like
him with hard style, and they're like, "What the fuck?"
yeah, we got like I don't know like 20 new followers like that day, and then I reckon I looked at it a week later after posting some other stuff,
They
and there
dropped off.
was probably none of them left.
Yeah.
Best snack in the studio.
Ooh.
I
We
love
are-
this question.
We always just do pizza. Yeah, whenever we're like
what
recording or
pizza?
doing anything, because it's just so easy to just.
I back it, but what
Yeah.
pizza?
And
Yeah.
what
Where
pizza?
from? Where are you getting it from?
We go. Our standard at the moment is Ushman.
Yeah.
Oh,
What
yeah.
is that? What's
Yeah.
Used to be Manouche.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't know
Yeah,
why they
yeah, yeah.
changed
It's like
it.
it's like a chain, right? I don't
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, they are.
Yeah, I don't, why, do you know why they changed it?
No idea. I'm
Yeah.
guessing too many people
You know, I
struggled
actually
with
know
money.
why they changed it. My little brother Chris, out of all people, explained to me why they changed it. I can't remember. I'm so
Please.
sorry.
Oh no, you.
No,
you
I have
don't.
no idea. But it's
Surely
actually
it was
crazy.
like-
It was
I'm
such
sure-
a good story as well. I'm just going to leave you hanging on it. So
Yeah,
hopefully
well-
someone finds out,
Yeah.
or I'll ask him again. But I remember he told me because he like met. I
He
don't
met
know.
the Ushman.
Something along the lines.
What
yeah,
in the
I suppose.
Manouche, right? Yeah, I don't know.
It's such a good story as well.
Fuck you.
Yeah, I know.
Such a cunt.
But yeah, it's just like no nonsense pizza that like
Yeah, it's
you
good.
can just eat and do stuff.
Have you tried Bella Bruta?
Yeah, I love Bella Bruta. Their clam
They're like
pizza.
my favorite. Right?
Yeah.
Is that like there's like wood fired stuff, right?
Yeah.
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 So that kind of goes like a little bit too like
For the studio, that's too fancy.
yeah, a bit too flop.
Yeah. But to be honest, we
Calm
don't
that
really eat in the
motherfucker.
studio. It's soda water, Diet Coke.
Have you tried mineral water?
Sam doesn't like the mineral water. It's not bubbly enough.
Oh no, you can get like naturally carbonated mineral water.
I will like if there's no soda water at Coles or whatever, I'll just get the mineral water.
Oh,
It's
yeah?
One.
Same stuff.
Which one?
Coles brand.
Okay.
It's the spiciest.
What's a song you wish you made?
Ooh, pretty much anything by Lorde. I think she's incredible with her lyrics and sound, and I think she writes about early adulthood in a way that I wish I could. Yeah.
Me is Genesis by Justice. If I had made that and I could open all of our sets with it, that'd be it. We'd be done. Yeah.
Why don't you just open the set with it? Just
I've
open
thought
with the cover.
about
Who cares? I've done it before. I opened with Runaway by Kanye.
Yeah.
And it's like, obviously it's not your song.
Yeah.
People there like, I didn't make this song.
Yeah,
I
but
was like, I don't give a fuck. This is a good song.
I always want to I think the only time I've been allowed by the others to put some Justice in the set is we do this cover of UFO by Sneaky Sound System. And for the final chorus, we've done like a big breakdown and build up just before it. But the final chorus, we do Phantom Part 2 as the instrumental, and then Rosh sings over I don't know if you guys have heard Phantom Part 2 by Justice, but
It goes
I don't
hard.
think so.
it goes hard.
Fuck.
It's just like nasty synth bass and like a driving beat. Yeah, just super cathartic.
We'll give it a listen on the way home. Done. You can only listen to one genre for a year. What is it?
I think I could listen to techno for a year. We moved to Berlin and we just listened to that for a year. I reckon I could do that.
Yeah. Yeah, it depends like what am I doing for this year? Like
It's next year,
it's next year.
Yeah.
Ah,
2025.
Yeah, it needs to be 365 days.
Yeah.
so hard because I just listen to like different stuff, doing different stuff. Probably like something like Barry Can't Swim kind of vibes. You know, that sort of
What kind of, what would you
melodic
say that genre is?
house
Melodic house.
ish, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, can get you going and also just have on in the background as well. It's all purpose.
Perfect. That's a good answer. Pineapple. Oh, wait, no. I skipped one. Dead or Alive, who are you collabing with? I think you already answered this in part.
Yeah. Chemical Brothers.
Yeah, definitely.
Daft Punk.
All right, sweet. That's better.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Pineapple on pizza.
Yes. Big
Yeah,
yes.
definitely.
What's a song that shouldn't exist? I love this question.
Yeah.
Shouldn't exist.
Like we hate it? Or?
Yeah, that just like,
Yeah.
you just like, fucking wish that never was released. Like, just throw them under the bus, whoever it is. We had someone throw Nick under the bus the other week. It was pretty funny.
Yeah. I was so happy they knew my song.
It
started
didn't even
singing
matter.
I started singing, yeah.
I was like, no way.
It was so good. It was like the best moment.
That's sick.
Let me think. What's a song that we hate?
Baby, please.
Nothing immediately comes to mind, but I know there's songs. That
Is there
annoy
like
me.
somebody that we just wish didn't get famous? That
That's what I'm trying to think. Who's someone who I'm just like, why do you don't have enough talent to be this famous?
It is a hard question,
Yeah, it's so
though.
tough. I'm surprised people are able to answer at all.
Yeah, I
Like, some people rapid.
Like, they're
Like, they've
really
got
good.
it.
Like,
Yeah.
Rue last week said, oh, what does the fox say? Like, straight away.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, what the fuck? I was like,
Oh,
that's
like-
the best answer.
like meme songs
yeah, meme
are like,
songs,
they're-
of course, are all annoying.
but they're their own thing. Like
Yeah.
you know, they come for a second and then they go. Like who cares? Like we had Gangnam Style. That was a vibe at the time. I think we all look back on those songs pretty fondly, even though they're annoying as shit.
True that.
I can't think of anything. I do have maybe a controversial song that I don't love.
Go on, just say it.
I don't love Mr. Brightside.
Yeah, you're on your own with
What the
that.
fuck?
Yeah.
When that comes on at
Silent.
karaoke, I'm not that excited.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna back that up. I'm
Shut
gonna
the fuck
go out
up.
on a limb.
Shut the fuck up.
It isn't as exciting as people
The
make it
way
out to be.
people sing that with their chest.
Thanks for the memories is so much better.
Oh,
than
yeah.
Okay,
Mr.
okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I don't know, like at a
Yeah.
party, because I did event photography and videography for years. Mr. Brightside was like the thing, and everyone used to
Yes.
freak, and I used to go,
Why?
"If thanks for the memories came on right now."
It'd be- no,
This camera's gone through the window. Like, that is so much better, and I don't know why people got so excited over that song.
Yeah.
I don't think it's like should be deleted.
Yeah,
off the
Yeah,
face of
no.
the
I
earth,
think
but
it has
don't-
its place on
Yeah.
planet Earth, but I don't resonate with that song.
Agreed.
If I had to pick one of the same vibe, I'm going Sweet Caroline.
Sweet Caroline, I agree.
Okay, no, I
Nah,
can't get it.
actually,
I can't. Guys, what the fuck?
I can't believe it.
What's the first word that comes to mind when I say spaghetti?
Spaghetti, bolognese. Yeah.
I'm guessing that would be the first one
Carbonara?
for you as well. Oh yeah.
No, more actually fettuccine carbonara.
Spaghetti jazz.
Yeah.
You're
Bolognese.
DJing at a 5-year-old's birthday party. What's the first song that comes out?
Oh, 5-year-old.
Genesis by Justice.
Sam doesn't give a fuck. These 5-year-olds need to be
That's crazy.
educated.
Rosh, do you have an answer?
What would I open with?
Yeah.
No, I don't.
You can steal the same one.
Yeah.
If you really want. Who's winning a boxing match? Taco or burrito?
Burrito?
Yeah,
Taco
burrito
just
feels like it's got
crack,
more
right?
structural
Yeah.
integrity to it.
He does indeed.
Yeah.
I think this is scientific at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your favorite sound effect to use and you have to make it with your mouth?
That's why we laughed earlier, because it's actually a rule. I know you said the stick of it, but like we say that to everyone.
Oh, sound
Favorite
effect?
sound effect.
Maybe the Wilhelm scream.
What is it? Go.
You know what the Wilhelm scream is? It's like the one where it's like ah.
Oh yeah, yeah,
That
yeah,
sample
yeah, yeah,
in
yeah,
like all of the movies where it's somebody falls over, and it's just a running joke now between like all the audio editors in it, where
Yeah.
will just throw it in at random points.
Yeah.
That's actually a good answer.
Yeah.
Rosh, I know you don't produce, but like sound effect for life.
A sound effect for life. I've got nothing in my brain.
I have nothing.
Maybe that could be your sound effect.
I got nothing.
What's the last dream you remember?
Oh, I have crazy dreams every single night.
Oh, go on.
They're always whack. But honestly, I've been out of high school for like 8 years, and I still multiple times a week dream about being in high school exams. I don't know when that'll end.
That's rough. You must have flogged yourself during HSC.
I don't even think I kind of liked high school. I didn't really think it was that stressful, but I still dream about high school, and I'd really like that to end at some point.
Yeah, fuck that.
I had a weird dream that I was like driving a 4-wheel drive on a beach in Indonesia.
That's pretty cool.
This random beach that I went to maybe 5 years ago called
Did you do-
Yo-Yos.
Did you dream about that last night?
Yeah. I don't know why. Oh, we've been looking at like holidays for next year. I think maybe like Indonesia was one of the destinations, so maybe that's why I was thinking about it.
Fuck, both good answers. If you weren't into music, what would you do with your spare time? These are so rapid, hey. Fuck, it's crazy.
Oh,
With our spare time, honestly, a lot of movie and TV show watching. We already do a lot of that. Probably would fit more of that in.
Can't get enough.
I'd probably play more football.
Oh yeah.
Kind of sort of stopped doing that because I hurt my knees, but also like when I first hurt my knee and then suddenly I didn't have to go to training twice a week and I had my whole Saturdays free. I was like, oh, there's so much more time to do stuff. But now that I can't do it, I'm like, I really want to do it again. So I would probably go back and rehab my legs and play a lot more football.
And I think our house would be cleaner. More laundry would get done.
That's true.
That's a great excuse. The next time I don't do my laundry, I'm just going to say, Mum,
I'm an artist. I'm busy.
I'm busy. To be fair, I already say that. All right, the last 2 questions. What's the best concert you've ever been to?
Ooh. What comes to your mind?
Chemical Brothers?
Yeah. Chemical Brothers were amazing. We're at festival sets. Who was it that we saw at Splendor that year when just you and I went to the set? What's his name?
James Blake?
James Blake.
Yeah.
James Blake we saw at a Splendor one year, and he was incredible live.
Yeah, it was much more like sort of dancey and like it was basically like a techno set with like a couple of his like songs, like his, you know, more ambient songs kind of weaved in. He had a guy on stage, it was like him sitting in the middle playing his keys and singing, and then there was a guy to his right who had a giant like modular synth, like it was basically a wall.
Yeah.
And then
Like
he was like
synth rack.
Yep, and he was like you know, repatching stuff and then playing, and yeah, it was just not expecting it really.
Yeah,
That's probably why.
I wasn't expecting that to be such an incredible show. Yeah.
That's gone. All right, the last question. How do we fix the Sydney music scene?
Ooh.
Very rapid.
Yeah, fix that real quick. Yeah, I don't know.
There's so much of it that there's only so much we can do as artists and as people at the grassroots level. As a consumer of music, buying tickets to shows, buying them early. If you know you're going to go to a show, buying them early, letting the venue know that there's interest in that really helps the artists, takes a lot of pressure off, and just trying to prioritize and foster the music scene at a local level as you know, a person who just wants to go see music is really important. I'm always trying to refocus my mind when it's supporting artists. If it's $20 ticket, I would easily drop $20 on my lunch when I'm at work. So just prioritizing that money is going towards something really good for me and the artist, and being being less frugal in that element, because I know we're asking people to buy tickets all the time, and it's really hard to ask people, but then as a consumer of music, I want to do whatever I can to support them, and if that's $20 on the door, I'll absolutely pay that.
Yeah, I am at the opposite end, where I reckon the government should maybe step in and provide more support for venues to be able to take a chance and kind of expand the opportunities within Sydney for artists. Because particularly like for our shows, you know, we're not a big band at all. Most of the people that come to our shows are either, you know, our mates, or people who are in some capacity involved in the music scene, whether they, you know, just actively attend venues to go see what's out there, or they, you know, play in bands and stuff themselves. And so that is a community itself that is pretty self-sustaining, I think, if it's big enough. But yeah, the squeeze on venues around the city has just kind of shut that down in recent years, or really just condensed it to a few main places. And I think part of that would be, you know, providing more funding for these venues to run actual events. And the other part would be killing the NIMBYs. All these noise complaints and things, shutting down venues.
That's a huge one.
Every time I see like a venue has to shut down, or like something about noise complaints. It just makes my blood boil.
Yeah. So many venues cannot play music past
12.
12.
Yeah, rough, hey.
Yeah,
rough
we
as.
played Chippo on Saturday night.
No
and
way, they have a curfew.
Yeah, it's
That's
like
fucking
they
rough. Didn't even know that.
they've got like downstairs is like such a cool like little concrete bunker type room that's where we did our Club Miramars in the early days. And the reason we stopped going there was kind of because, you know, we got everybody into a place where they really wanted to dance and kick on, but they just couldn't. They just got kicked out onto the street come midnight.
That's rough.
And like it just kills it. It like ruins the culture of a big night out or like really getting into a night. And for the kind of events that we particularly wanted to run through Club Miramar, where it's an immersive experience, if people like, it takes a couple of hours for people to get into it, and then, you know, we play our set, and then they get kicked out straight away, and it's like,
It's rough.
well, that's not fun.
When we were in Germany this year, there is such a respect for nightlife there. There were signs outside clubs being like, this is a music venue. If you're considering living around here, please reconsider if you don't want to hear the noise. And it's putting music and
That's
nightlife
gone.
first, because it's like getting noise complaints when you have decided to live beside the Lansdowne. That
Hard. You know what? Yeah, like
Yeah.
cop it.
Yeah, you have moved into the middle of one of the biggest cities beside a music venue. Yeah, it's going to be loud.
And it wasn't. We know it wasn't cheap. We know it wasn't
Yes.
that cheap. Like, you didn't just go there because like you didn't have any other choice. Like, you chose to live there.
Absolutely. So I think there needs to be more protection from the government and from the council against these kind of things, so that if someone makes a noise complaint, well, too bad. You live beside a music venue.
Hard.
And
It should
it's-
be like you know how there's like laws about like altering heritage
Yeah.
houses and stuff.
Yeah.
It should be like certain venues
Yeah. Are
in
protected.
New South Wales that like are of a certain caliber,
Yeah.
or like anything. Like, it shouldn't even be like too difficult to get it, because otherwise it will deter people from opening clubs and stuff.
Yes.
But like that, like any noise complaints in the area, it's like you made your decision. They
Yeah.
just get like thrown into the bin straight
Totally.
away.
Totally.
Yeah, I think Emerald Road is like that. Like
Yeah,
any other
exactly.
venues on that are exempt from noise complaints, but
But like the
Yeah.
Chippo, like surely.
Yeah.
yeah,
The
it's-
Lansdowne gets.
And there was one that I was hearing about in Newcastle. I know we were talking Sydney, but Newcastle is even worse for it, I think, because like we've tried to play like a lot of shows there. Like, we really want to go up there. We've got mates up there. We just think the scene like has so much potential up there, but every time we go, it's like, all right, you got these 3 venues to choose from as like a out of towner. You know, everyone else is kind of like, no, we can't take a chance on you. You might not sell tickets, which, to be fair, we probably won't. But, you know, if there was some funding there for like marketing those kind of venues and getting them off the ground, that would be a game changer as well.
Absolutely.
But the particular venue I was thinking of was this bowling club, like a couple of suburbs out of the city, that spent all this money renovating like their gig room into like a state-of-the-art proper venue, with like a brand new PA. Like, they redid the whole room so it was much more of like a, you know, immersive vibe. Got shut down like 2 months in or something,
Far out. That's rough.
and now like
That wouldn't have been cheap either.
yeah, they had to like, I think they maybe like went to court with the council or something like that. I can't remember the details, but now they've come back and they don't want to risk it, so they're only doing guitar like acoustic covers,
Far.
Yeah.
What a
so rather than booking like full bands, and you know, in a city that's already starved for live music places. So just yeah,
Honestly, like you're right. To an extent, that is on council or government, whoever,
There's only
whoever's
so much we can do
responsible
at
for
our
making those
level.
decisions.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not fair at all.
yeah.
Hopefully, we don't get any worse here in Sydney. Hopefully, it's only onwards and upwards.
I hope so.
And
Yeah.
hopefully, someone's listening to this podcast that takes both of your advices on board. Because that if we implemented it, even just a little bit of that, I think we would be definitely off for the better.
Yep.
Guys, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank
God
you,
bless you. You
guys.
sat through like 2 hours and 10 minutes. That
I
was.
can't believe that was that long.
Promotion.
Yeah, pretty quick.
Yep. This is your
Please.
time. Look into the camera. Tell the people what's happening.
Oh, it's very Hot One style. Tell the camera here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. That's
Yeah.
exactly where it's from.
What do you want to tell the people? What are we working on? We have just released a single in the morning, and it is
A banger.
first single of a greater body of work that will be coming out over the next few months throughout the summer. So if you follow us on our socials at Miramar_music on Instagram, that is where you'll find all the updates for all our new music coming out.
Oh, yeah.
I'm about to follow right now.
Well done, guys.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
I'm going to give it a follow. Thank you, everyone, for staying tuned in. We'll see you next week. Actually, no, we won't.
It's Christmas.
Forgot.
Oh,
We're taking a 3-week break.
nah, we'll see them.
All right, we'll see you soon.
we'll see you very soon. Actually, do you want to?
Well, we had someone booked up for yesterday so that we could take
Yeah.
a little break, but unfortunately things happen. People cancel. That's okay.
That's right. It happens.
We'll see you very
That's
soon.
why my headspace is like,
Yeah.
we won't, but we
We
actually
won't.
will.
We won't see you guys
Okay,
soon.
yeah, we won't.
We'll see you in the
next
new
week.
year.
See you in the new year. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Fucking awesome.
Thanks for that, man.
Thank you so much.
You so much. It was so